Bernie Sanders recently was talking about how our healthcare system, how much we have to pay into it versus other major countries, as he likes to say. There's gigantic inequalities there. And the way he pointed out was through giving birth. And he said in the United States, it costs on average $12,000 to have a baby. In Finland, it costs $60. We've got to end the disgrace of our profit-driven healthcare system and pass Medicare for all. And so you might see that and think, oh, that's a very standard sort of Bernie Sanders thing, pointing out the ridiculous, like why would it cost so much more here than in Finland? Seems totally reasonable. To reasonable people, maybe, but not everybody is reasonable. So Nikki Haley, formerly of the Trump administration, she responded by saying, all right, Bernie Sanders, you're not the woman having the baby, so I wouldn't be out there talking about skimping on a woman when it comes to childbirth. Trust me. Nice try, though.
Okay, keep that up. You're not the woman having the baby, so stay out of it, essentially, is an argument from a pro-lifer saying, you're not the woman having the baby, stay away from this issue. That is very frustrating to hear. And then the idea that you're skimping in other countries by just having a lower cost for healthcare, that, as you'll probably prove, is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, what does she think she's saying? And obviously it was ratioed and all that, because did she not carefully read what he said? We're not saying we want to skimp. We're saying there is no justifiable explanation based in the care received that it should cost many times more, as was pointed out. But also understand, I don't know if you looked at the timestamps on those tweets, it's bizarre to miss his point by itself. It's even more bizarre to quote retweet a 2-week-old tweet to misunderstand his point. That was a weeks-old thing that she was dredging back up to get so wrong, which is very bizarre.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the facts. I know that she's probably not that interested, but we're gonna jump ahead a little bit. According to the CIA fact book, the maternal mortality rate in the USA is nearly 5 times higher than Finland. In other words, USA much more expensive system, which is much more likely to kill mothers while they're giving birth.
That's what he's talking about.
If anybody is skimping, perhaps it's us, because the results, literally, it's not just like, oh, did I have a fun experience? It's the difference between life and death for many of these people.
She also she's trying to imply that the people in Finland are not happy with their health care. And she basically said, like, ask Finnish
said ask
people.
them what they think.
Yes.
So we've got some of those.
Well, yeah, but recently the Finnish government did resign over their inability to curb healthcare costs.
Oh, that sounds bad.
That does sound bad. They were angry that they could only keep the rising healthcare costs to 2.4% per year. They thought that was a failure enough to resign their entire government. In America, on average over the last 2 years, we have over a 5% increase in healthcare costs, which is twice that number.
Trump should double resign.
He should double resign.
Yeah.
It's just very frustrating. It costs less per person to have healthcare in Finland than it does here, and the care is better.
Yeah, important. I would say in a birth, there's 2 important things that need to happen. 1, the baby needs to come out and survive, and 2, the mother needs to survive. And we're failing on one of those at the very least. So bear that in mind. Also, she said to ask people from Finland. Some of them did respond. Amelia says, it's awesome, thanks for asking, expecting my 3rd child and once again enjoying free prenatal care. Looking forward to giving birth. I can get a natural birth in a tub, epidural, C-section, or anything else for the same 30 to 60 their currency.
Squiggle money.
Their currency. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to guess. I have not spent much time in Finland, I'm gonna be honest. I've spent more time in Sweden and Norway. Let's see, another Finnish individual said, our daughter was born 2 months prematurely, spent 3 weeks in intensive care, and my wife was hospitalized for 2 weeks. Cost something like a couple of €100. They might well be on the euro. I feel sorry for all the, no, I don't think they are. I feel sorry for all the not rich people in the US, so we appreciate that, thank you. We're trying to catch up to you guys. And Sorry says, my heart surgery in Finland cost 60. When my son was born, I had to be in the hospital for 3 weeks. It didn't cost me anything. Because of my high-risk pregnancy, I was checked by a doctor once a week for free. So look, and here's the thing. I can understand why Nikki Haley would not actually know what's going on in any country outside of the US if she had just been a former governor, but she was actually a representative of the UN. She should know a little bit about what's going on, especially in Europe, since she spent so much time there.
Correct.
Anyway, thank you, Bernie Sanders, for your advocacy. Actually wanting to really help American mothers and those giving birth, rather than just some snarky tweets that don't actually get to the heart of what the problems really are for these people.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.